Hey guys, so today I want to talk about a phenomenon that's happened over the past couple years that I really don't think we're going to see in Pokemon again. Before we get into that, we do have to do the giveaway from yesterday's video. So we're using commentpicker.com. I already put in the URL up top here, filtering duplicate users, limiting one per person, one entry per person, one winner. And yeah, here we go. Remember, guys, the only thing was that you had to put your favorite Pokemon in the comments. So if you're selected and there's no Pokemon in it, I'm going to re-roll. So just saying that right now. Here we go. Please enter first the YouTube link and press the button. Do I have to enter it? I had to click get YouTube comments. Sorry, guys. Amount of unique comments, 188. All right, I think we're good here. Here we go. Bleak712, favorite Pokemon is Bulbasaur, of course. All right, perfect. So if you're watching this, at Bleak712, reach out to me on Instagram or through email. I'm gonna reply to your comment on that video as well. And guys, thank you so much for watching the videos and commenting and all of that. I really do appreciate it. And again, shout out to PokeNotify for sponsoring the video. Now, getting into today's video, talking about the phenomenon, we really have gotten some unbelievable specialty sets over the past 2 years, and I don't think we're ever going to see an era again where we have specialty sets this good. And I'm mainly referring to 151 and Crown Zenith, but we also got Paldean Fates, which has given us one of the best cards in the SV era, the Mew EX, the Bubble Mew, as everyone would call it. And again, we did get Shrouded Fable in between Paldean Fates, and I'm not even touching on Prismatic in this video just because it's super new. And you guys know that Prismatic is obviously an unbelievable set. But, you know, Crown Zenith, 151, these sets really pushed us through the bear market and helped a lot, especially 151. Everyone loved 151. It brought a ton of people back into the hobby in late 2023 and throughout 2024. It probably carried a lot of the era because, you know, at that time we were dealing with temporal forces earlier last year. Obviously, Paradox in late 23, this was printed to oblivion. No one really wanted it. No one was super interested in these sets. Temporal to start out 2024 was, you know, I kind of like temporal forces. I did pre-order a case of this when it did come out, but there are a lot of people that really just didn't enjoy the set. They didn't find the Paradox Pokemon interesting. Twilight came out. This was where we started to get a little bit of wheels too for the booster box mainline sets. People liked the Greninja, the Eevee. I really didn't think it was going to do that well. Stellar Crown, I think, was kind of a disappointment for a lot of people. And then maybe once the boom started, people started picking up the Squirtle and Bulbasaur, and that became interesting. And then obviously Surging Sparks was kind of like the initial catalyst, and that's where things started popping off with Surging and then Prismatic. So again, like 151, Crown Zenith, these were huge sets throughout 2023 and 2024 that really carried, you know, SV era. Obviously, Crown Zenith is part of Sword and Shield, but this was still very prevalent during the initial stages of SV era, which kind of carried when a lot of those other sets weren't doing as well. And then Paldea Evolved was decent too. The booster box was doing all right. But the thing that's really interesting as well is this has probably been the first time period, at least, you know, based on really modern stuff, right? If you go back to like X, Y, and Sun and Moon, it might be a bit different, but this is the first time we've seen ETBs outperform booster boxes. And again, these are just the regular specialty set ones, not the Pokemon Center versions. And you can see 151 ETBs over the past 6 months are up 147%. If you go to Paldean Fates past 6 months, 188% almost. And then Crown Zenith, you're up 70.89%, which is a bit lower, but that one had already seen a lot of growth before the past 6 months. But when you look at a lot of these booster boxes, Paldean Fates, or Paldea Evolved rather, 65% approximately, Obsidian Flames almost 80, Paradox Rift 73, Temporal Forces 67, Twilight below 60, Stellar Crown 78%. And again, like these are all very huge gains. Surging the only one over 100%, up 116, almost 117. But a lot of people are turning to specialty sets and they're loving them. And I don't think it has anything to do with it just being an ETB compared to a booster box. I really just think it's because these sets are so good. 151. And again, like you guys know when I look at the numbers, I don't think 151 should be as expensive as it is. I think that the ETB, just based on what the data says, would imply that the set is overpriced. But I think I need to start adjusting that because people really just value the opening experience and what cards are inside. It really doesn't matter if there's a top chase worth, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Remember, the pull rates on these sets were a lot easier, especially the start of SV era. And again, like even Crown Zenith, it's very easy to open that set and get a lot of pulls, right? Like if someone opens an ETB of Crown Zenith, they're probably getting something decent. But again, like that's kind of why 151 and a lot of these other sets, even with low pull rates, the cards inside, just everyone wants them. The Zapdos, the Charmander, the Squirtle, the Alakazam, like ignoring the top three cards, right, that everyone's going to be chasing, the Venusaur, the Blastoise, Charizard. There's so much depth from the original Pokemon that everyone loves. Even the Pikachu is over $40 now, Bulbasaur, Full Art Charizard over 40. Like the set and as everything is moving and we move later into 2025, I think this is really establishing itself as an S tier set. And a lot of you guys might be thinking, well, Grayson, I mean 151 is an S tier set. And for me, I always view an S tier set as something that has a massive, massive chase, and also is just leagues above everything else in the era, right? And I think 151, it's a really good set. It really went toe to toe with things like Paldea Evolved, Twilight Masquerade, Surging Sparks. It probably was even above a lot of those. And when you compare it to stuff like Crown Zenith, and that's fine. I think it's in that discussion, right? But when you compare it to something like Evolving Skies, when you compare it now to Prismatic Evolutions, when you look at the cards inside of it and the values and trying to determine if people are going to want to open in the future, I never really thought based on the numbers that it would be something that was S tier, right? And again, this is new Grayson talking. Like if I was doing this video 6 months ago, 12 months ago, and I see it now, it makes sense to me, right? When I tune into Rip and Ship streams and I see people purchasing packs, it always is Crown Zenith 151. Obviously, some people want to open Paldea Evolved or Twilight Masquerade and Surging Sparks, maybe a little bit. But for right now, like I see a ton of 151 in Crown Zenith, and it makes sense, right? When you see the cards inside, super popular Pokemon, great artworks, good pull rates. There's more to an investment than just the number of the top value in the set, right? And I'm learning that now. I'm slowly learning that. I still don't know how much I need to factor that in to the equation. Like I really do think a set like Twilight Masquerade over here, even though people don't really enjoy this set as much as some other ones, just because that Greninja is 400-ish dollars, right? People are going to want to open the set in the future just because it has that massive chase. And there really is logic behind that too. I know for myself when I'm opening stuff, I do enjoy opening Paradox Rift. I've opened a little bit of that, Temporal Forces as well. But when I'm opening a set like that, it's very hard to get super, super excited just knowing that the top card is around $100 and you're paying $200 to open the box. Like there's essentially zero potential to gain more money in a sense. And when you open packs, everyone knows that you're not likely ever going to make your money back. But it's just that there's the potential for it, right? When you open a 151 ETB, that's $200 now. There's still potential to get that Charizard, that's $280. If you open a Twilight Masquerade booster box, which is $220, you could hit that Greninja, that's $400 and double your money, right? Lost Origin, same sort of thing. The booster box is what, $400-ish dollars right now. That Giratina, $700. Fusion Strike, $500-ish box, but you could get that Gengar that's $750. You could even get an Espeon that's 300 and something, right? So there is going to be pull to that, especially Evolving Skies, same sort of thing. The Umbreon is $1,500, $1,700, something like that. So again, there's always going to be that reasoning, and people are going to be attracted to sets that have a very huge chase card. But I think just for the average person that loves to open cards, they spend a fair amount of money on it. They enjoy opening sets like 151 because you're getting a lot of really fun hits. Same thing with Crown Zenith. You're always going to get some decent hits opening this set. So that's it. You guys let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you so much for watching the video. Stay safe wherever you are in the world. Have a great weekend, and I'll catch you in the next one.